Hey YouTube, I was just wanting to let you know how you can build your own hydroponic system. I got this thing, it's pretty nice, it's a AeroGarden made by Miracle-Gro, but it's about $130, and then you still kind of have to modify it if you want your plants to grow pretty well. So what I did is I got these Tupperware bins, about $7 for 4 of them, 3 gallon. This is only about 1 gallon. And I've got these little plastic cups from Dollar Tree, 50 cents. I got this air pump, dual, it's got dual lines here, for about $10 from Walmart. And I've got my bubble stones, 2 of these for about $3 from Walmart. And I got some of this tubing, which this will last you a while if you get some 25 or 25 foot, I think it comes in. So a lot of people already have one of these laying around, so you can pretty easily make one of these for under 20 bucks. So let's get started.
You forgot the cups. Okay.
Alright, so hardest part's probably going to be cutting these holes. We want this cup to sit in right up against this lip. You can sit in there. So I'm going to measure the circumference around the top with this tape measure. So it's roughly about 9 1/8 inch. You may have a different size cup. So I don't know if you can view in on this, but so we got our relation. We need to calculate the diameter. So circumference equals pi times the diameter. So if we just divide both sides by pi, then we get the diameter that we need, which is our circumference divided by pi. So calculate that real quick. So our diameter should be about 2.9 inches. Alright, scoop. Alright, so what I did is I'm drawing out the radius on the piece of paper, which is half of the diameter. I actually converted it to millimeters. And so this here is the radius. And for those of you who don't have a compass, I'm showing you a little trick that I learned in engineering school.
I can't see the paper. Oh, there now.
Chopstick method.
Say that again.
We call it the chopstick method. Just use 2 pencils and you put one in the middle and one on the outer edge, and you want to hold your fingers very steady. So, and then you're just going to hold it steady and you're going to turn the paper carefully. Hold it steady. Keep going all around. Hold it steady. And little off, but do it, you know, couple times, and looks pretty decent for something you only drew with your hand. So there's a circle, and we can cut this out and use it as a template. Alright, so next you want to take your template and you want to start marking the place and tracing around. So I just started at the edge of this bevel here, and since we got our little center mark, I went ahead and measured out 4 inches center to center. So measuring 4 inches from that point, then I'm going to make a nick in there so I can see that, and then I'm can't see the nick I made here, but I'm going to measure 4 inches from that and put it right there and line that up with that bevel. make another nick here. So now we can see that. And then I'll do that again. Center to center. Another nick there. And then we just repeat that for the other side. So this actually, I noticed it actually works better with if you have a sharp knife. So rather than scissors, you can just kind of follow your guideline. Alright, so we cut all our holes, got a nice good fit. I thought there was 6 that come in here, but apparently there's only 5, so I'm just using a yogurt cup for the last one. So we're pretty much just gonna take an X-Acto knife and just kind of cut a bunch of holes. So this will probably be a pretty tedious part, and just gotta be careful not to this wants to kind of crack, so just kind of be patient. It's gonna take some time to cut. Alright, that's good. Alright, so I got all these guys cut out. They don't have to be pretty or symmetrical, you just want to let all the water come in. And so now we need to secure these bubble sticks down. I already got one glued in place, and I got it positioned so it's directly under these baskets. So I got that hot glue gun. So I'm gonna take my 45 caliber. I got Gorilla glue stick. Just put some on there. Good stuff. Oop, wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Might need, I think it'll be okay. Just hold that down.
Recording.
Alright, so now we want to set up our lines. I used a 7/32 size drill bit to make a nice tight fit for this tube, and I'm going to drill the other one right close to the port there. Alright, now take our aquarium tubing and our check valve. You can see the arrow going that way, or if there's no arrow on it, you can just blow on it. If the air goes through one way, it doesn't go through the other way, so you want the air to go through that way. And then connect the other to the pump. Cut another piece. Just, cut it long enough. Stick it through your hole. It's a nice tight fit. So we want to minimize extra air coming into it if at all possible, because that can lead to root rot. And I'm just gonna take this off and hook up the lines. Make sure you push them all the way down there. Get them good tight. Try to make sure you don't have any kinks in your line. Get it over the biggest part of it. Okay, put that back on and pull the slack out. And got all our baskets. And then this, we probably want to wait for this to dry fully before we put water in it. And you can pretty much just put some sponges in here, which I just use regular sponges, or you can use something like this. I've got a core basket that I've been cutting up into pieces, and I just take a little piece and put the seed in, and I'll show you in a little bit. Alright, so now I've got my nutrient solution in. It's just water. I use Fox Farm, that's pretty good, grow big. And so I'm going to show you what I've got. I just got a sponge, and I'm just going to kind of cut a slit in the middle. Probably just try to cut it all the way through. You see I got some seedlings in there that I germinated paper towel. So I'm just going to put a little strip of duct tape around the edge so it fits in nice and snug, so it doesn't try to pop out with all those bubbles pushing it up. And then kind of get this sponge moist, and we'll stick our seedlings in the crack. It's just to hold them there. It doesn't have nutrient value, it just kind of holds it.
Hold it there, because I couldn't adjust it. Let me get it the right adjusting. Okay.
Those
Now
are
it's good.
tomato sprouts from seeds that I grew the tomatoes last year, and I got the seeds out and they sprouted. So put that in there. And you don't need to stick this all the way in the bottom, just kind of stick it on the top of the water to give moisture. Make sure that it stays damp. Some people will put like a cap over this while it's in the seedling stage to keep the moisture in, but I'm just gonna see what happens, how it is. I'm gonna make one more. It's very low tech. I just had this extra foam sitting around. I've seen people use just cheap sponges. See, this wants to float up, so that's why I put some duct tape around it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just put duct tape so it pops up. It doesn't pop up, it stays there. And then of course you're going to want to put a light over it, or if you can put it outside, but you don't want it to get rained on because you don't want extra water going in there. So you want to put a light over it at least to get the seedlings going, and then put it in some sun. And that's pretty much it. I'll do an update later on and show you how the plants are growing.